Here's an updated review of the Hoover Smartwash Pet Complete. I had some vomit happen there. If you're grossed out, sorry. And then here's the rest of the room here. Not very, very dirty, but I've decided to go ahead and shampoo the carpets since I might as well do the whole thing. Some things, this has been used. I store it with this cap off just to make sure that it dries out completely. And I do keep my brushes and the little piece that holds the brushes in like a little Ziploc baggie. And then I just keep it in my garage. One thing that I did notice is that it doesn't yellow. With it being all clear and stuff like that, I thought that maybe there would be some discoloration after a year. But there is none. So this hasn't been started up in a few months. We'll see how well it starts up. Almost forgot how to use it. And I'm just giving it a quick roll while it's dry because wasn't sure if I put those brush rolls in properly, but I did. You can hear me. I did inside the closet, so I paused the video. I'll just go ahead and turn it on. One thing that I do like to do is take out my solution tank after I've done a section with the shampoo and just rinse. So you can kind of tell the difference between here and here where I've washed and rinsed, and then here I haven't rinsed. Like you see that line right down the middle. I've done like half the room. So just taking out the solution tank, going through and rinsing. I'm going to show you this other half here. I did inside the closet. I'm going to show you this other half right here. You'll see how much soap still comes through. So the whole like solution being added automatically, in my opinion, I think it does use a little too much. I mean, it's probably using enough maybe to get your carpets cleaned, but you definitely don't want to leave all of that soap residue on your carpet because then your carpets get super crunchy and attract more dirt. So, yeah, I'm just going to go through. Watch here. You can see it's sudsy still, but it definitely wasn't as bad as it was when I was doing the shampoo. But watch all of the soap that's still going to get pulled up. just realized after I did that I was wetting my carpet again. My dry only isn't activating. Let me put my solution tank in to see if that could be the problem, why it's not doing dry only. If not, we might have a flaw in the system. This is 1 year old, a little over a year. I guess, let me count, give you exact months. It is July, August, 17 months old. And it's been used maybe a dozen times. Less than that, maybe about 10. So I'll power it back on. There we go. So you can still see where the throw up is there. So I'm gonna use the spot chaser. So again, I kind of forgot. Oh, there it is. Everything is so clearly labeled. So if you forget where things are, it's labeled. Release. The directions say to spray on and then wait 10 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. To spray on and then wait 10 minutes. So you just press the button here. And in my first review, I might be out of batteries. Let me go get new batteries. Okay, I actually didn't change out the batteries. One thing to note, as I was unscrewing it, it started to spray on me. So I guess it just needed a little shake or something. It does need a screwdriver to change out the battery. I'm not sure what type of battery that is in there. It's not labeled on the product, but you do need a screwdriver to take out the battery. So I'm not sure why that is. As I was saying, one thing that I don't kind of like about this is that it's a stream. Let me see if you guys can tell there. Instead of a spray. So I anticipated it being like a spray that I could cover a area a little bit easier. But with the stream, you kind of have to have a really good aim. I sprayed a lot. Like if it came out like that, how that kind of is coming out, but in a better way, it'd be so much better. But that's what it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use up the rest of that. There's a little bit left in there. I only put a little in because it was just a small little section. The directions say to wait 10 minutes. So I'll wait the 10 minutes and then come back and we'll see if this lifts up with this pet treatment or spot treatment. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the carpets as usual. I did not scrub or brush or use anything to kind of agitate that in. I guess I should have, but it doesn't say to, so we're gonna use it as it's directed and see what happens. Okay, I didn't realize I had run out of water. Let me go fill the water tank. And since I'm needing to fill the water tank, that means I should be at max here. And yeah, that's gross. Sorry for the chunks of food there. But yeah, that's my dirty water tank. My carpets didn't really look that dirty. I just had them cleaned professionally not too long ago. So the spot treatment ended up getting a little bit more than 10 minutes of dwell time because I had to go change out the water filter. One thing with the dump tank, there's like a little pre-filter in there, and it doesn't necessarily fall out when you're dumping it, but it does kind of loosen. So when you do, when you take out your dump tank there, it does tell you like, hey, remember to remove the stuff from that little purple basket inside. So just take that out before you go and dump it, especially if you're dumping it into a toilet. Take it out and then dump so that it doesn't accidentally fall into the toilet. So I was not washing the entire time, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I do still have some solution in my solution tank, so I'm good there. And I'm just going to go over that spot there again. So I was just rinsing through. I was trying to zoom in as close as I could so that you could see how much soap is still kind of in there. So it's really important, again, to rinse it out. I don't see the spot anymore, so looks good. I'm going to go ahead and finish up, and then I'll show you the end. All right, so I just finished up in the room, and it looks good. I don't see that stain that was there. One thing that someone wanted to know was how well it dries. So like I said, my process is to go through with the solution and do like the wash or the shampoo, whatever you want to call it. And then I take out the solution tank just to do a rinse. And then you have to put the solution tank back in for the dry only mode to be activated, which is weird. I don't know why. And then I dry, like I kind of just dry. I do a slow one, going just straight back and forth, making sure that I do as good of a job as I can. And then I kind of just dry like I'm vacuuming my floor. So I have a paper towel here. This is just a regular paper towel from Kirkland or Costco. And I'll pat it in so you can see how wet the carpets still are. Excuse my nails. So it's not like it's soaking wet. I would say by a few hours you'd be able to still walk on this. Like to touch, it's not sopping wet. So it does a really good job drying. overall, my review for the Hoover Smartwash a year later, a little over a year later, I like it still. It's still in good condition. Like I said, the discoloration was good. I don't have any valves, or I know some people were saying some of the pieces, like in here, they would rust away, but I rinse mine off, let them dry, and then I store them away. So I don't know if that's a factor or not. It's still sucking up a lot of the water. I should have showed you, but in my original tank, I had filled that up to max, and it was almost at max in the discard tank. So I feel like it's pulling up just as much water as it's putting out, which is a good thing. So the suction is still good. I still am not a huge fan of the spot chaser, but hey, it worked. It got it out. So, I mean, I know that's more so of the solution than it is the actual spot chaser, but sorry I can't try it out with animal urine, but I think it's still a good thing. Like I said earlier, I still get my carpets professionally cleaned at least once a year. So I don't think that having this would replace getting it professionally cleaned, but it's definitely a good in between professional cleans machine. Like if you have kids, if you have pets, it's just unreasonable, at least for my budget, to call out a professional cleaner every time someone spills something, or you just have something in your carpet. So I am happy with my purchase still. Good job, Hoover. You made a good machine.